So any
Okay, okay, that's
license
all right.
you will go through. Let me share my screen. I hope you can see it now, right?
Yes, I can.
So this is
Yeah, I
the,
remember you telling this. Yeah,
yes, this is business basic, standard, premium, any license you can get. E3, E5, A3, A5, G3, G5. So per
yeah.
license, you see total storage per organization.
Okay, per organization. Okay, 1 TB plus 10
Yeah.
GB
So
per. Okay,
by default, it is 1 TB. And like as I
plus 10
said,
GB per license. Okay,
yeah. So if you have purchased 5 licenses, so you will get 50 GB of storage. So the total storage would come 1.5 terabyte.
okay, got it. Yeah, thanks, bro.
Yeah. Any further questions?
No, no, that's it. Like, can you bit explain a bit more regarding the SharePoint if I miss anything? Like,
Sorry.
no, like if I missed anything in the SharePoint, can you please cover that today?
Yes, we will cover today the OneDrive part and like
Yeah.
how we can give permissions to the users. So which
Mm-hmm.
are our daily day-to-day tasks which we need to perform. So we will
Yeah.
go ahead with those. So like we covered the tenant-wide sharing settings, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So today we will cover the site-wise sharing settings. Like if we need to manage the site settings, the sharing settings, how we can manage the settings at site level. Okay, so from here
Okay.
we have gone through the sharing settings for the tenant wide. So the settings which will apply over here will apply to all the SharePoint sites. Okay,
Okay. The complete tenant. Okay.
the complete tenant. Yes, and if
Mm-hmm.
we need to manage, suppose we have make changes over here and we don't want that these changes may reflect at site level, right? So
Yeah.
we want some other settings at site level. Okay. Suppose we from sharing from the admin center, we have the settings for anyone. Like we have the most permissive sharing settings at the tenant level, but we want that on a few specific sites. We don't want that the user can share externally. We need to block the settings. We need to block the sharing settings externally, right? So we can do that as well at site level. So suppose this is my site, right? We created on our last session.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you see, we can make changes over here. We can rename the site. We can rename the site address as well. It will give us the storage, like how much storage we have for this particular site. So by default, it will show up 25 TB. I need to
Okay.
show you. You had a question where you were asking for the SharePoint storage, like if we can manage, we can give the less storage to the site, right? So you see,
Yeah. Yeah.
SharePoint sites, should we SharePoint, will navigate to under SharePoint Admin Center. We'll go to the settings, and from
Mm-hmm.
settings, you see SharePoint storage limit.
Site storage limit. Okay.
Yes, so you will click on it. So over here, we can select like automatic or manual. We can change the
Mm.
settings from here. So if it is
Okay.
manual, we can set specific limits for each site. So if it is manual, we can set the limit like how much storage we need to give to the SharePoint
For
site.
each site.
For each site, yes.
Okay.
Okay. So, like I have created this site and why I need to edit the storage for this particular site. So by default, it will take up to 25 TB because the maximum storage for the site is 25 TB. But it doesn't mean that like if we have purchased a tenant, we have 10 licenses and like we according to the calculation, we'll get
Mm.
1 point
Good.
uh, 10 G 1.10 terabyte, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because 10 into 10 licenses, it comes on 100 GB, right? So it is 1.110
Yeah.
terabyte. So it doesn't mean like we have less storage at tenant level, but like we can increase it up to 25 TB. No, it's not like that. Until and unless we do not have that much licenses, right? We do not have that much storage. We can't go beyond that storage. right? So
Okay.
let, yeah.
But by default, it shows as 2 TB something.
Yeah, so you see at my SharePoint admin center, I can see I have 1.21
Yeah.
terabyte of
1.2
storage
TB. Yeah.
available. Yeah. So I can't go beyond this storage. My site storage won't go beyond this.
Yeah, understand.
Okay. Yeah. If the storage gets full, we can get the additional add-on storage like I showed you, Office 360 extra file storage, which is 1 GB per license. Okay.
Yeah.
So suppose if we have 100 licenses, we will get 100 GB of storage because per
Okay.
license we get 1 GB of storage for the Office 365 extra file storage. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we need to manage the storage, I can change it over here. I can give it in, you see, enter a value from 1 through 25600. So it is, so suppose if I have given 5000 GB, right? So when I click on allow notification, so it will give you the notification that your site is about to reach to the storage limit. So we can set it like 80% or 90% when we want the notification to be sent to the owners of the site, right? So
Yeah.
that they can manage the storage for the SharePoint site. So before the storage gets full for that particular SharePoint site, we can notify the owner that yeah, the storage is going to be full. And you can change it from here, right? So
Mhm.
suppose I made it 80%. So when my site storage reached to 80%, I will get the notification.
Okay.
Yeah. So I saved it. Now the storage has been set to 5000 GB for this particular site. Okay.
Yeah. Got it.
So you see, previously it was I made it 5000 or 500. Oh, sorry. 5000 would be 5 approx 5 TB. Mm, So I have made it 500 GB, right? So my now the storage for this particular site is 500 GB. You can't store
Yeah.
more data onto this site. If the data size reached 500 GB, we can't go beyond 500 GB. If we need to increase, we will come to this location and we can increase it from here. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So now we can
Yeah. Got
manage
it.
it from here. Like we can see who created the site, when the site was created, from where the site was created, it will show up over here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If we go to activities, we can see over here like the pages who visited the last site activity because we haven't performed any activity on this particular site. So it is not showing any activity over here as of now. Okay. It is only showing that 2.31 megabytes of storage is there because we have only one or two documents on this particular site. Okay. So now we'll go
Yeah.
to membership. From here, we can see who is the owner, who is the admin, who is the member, okay, of the site, who is the visitor. So like,
Yeah.
I hope you are aware about these permissions. We
Yeah.
discussed
These
this
ones.
in our,
But I had a doubt here.
yeah.
So one thing, let's say if I go under site members,
Hmm.
so let's say I'm having users like X and Y.
Okay.
So X, I'm adding X as a site member. By coming here, I'm adding X as a site member, so he can able
Hmm.
to access from his site.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say Y. Okay, Y without adding him as a site member here.
Hmm.
If I go on his laptop and type
Hmm.
the site
Site URL.
uh, yeah, site URL.
Yeah.
So it will ask for the request access, right?
Yes, correct.
So if I like from his laptop, if I just request the access, it will go to the owner of that
It will go
site.
to the owner of the site. Yes.
Okay, owner of the site. When owner accepts the request,
Hmm.
so does the user comes under site member?
Not sure on that part. So I don't think it will come under members. I need to check that out. I will go ahead and check it and I'll share it to you on the next class because I'm not sure whether because as per my understanding, it will add it as a it will give him the edit permission, just not the members. Like we are not adding the user to the members part. It will take add the use. It will give the permission, the edit permission. It will provide to the user. It will give a separate permission to the user on this particular site. So
So,
I
so
don't
for
think
what I
it
have
won't.
observed is like,
Hmm.
so if I add member here or there, they're getting same permissions. Like they can edit, they can do whatever they want.
Yes, the
It's not like
members.
much. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, no,
yeah.
not. I'm not talking about members. But if I
Hmm.
add anyone like with the URL,
Yes, the permissions are same. The permissions are same. I'll show
yeah,
you the permission part as well. Okay,
yeah,
we'll go to that particular page. So now we'll come to the settings part. So this is the sharing settings for the particular site. Okay,
yeah,
we can manage the permissions from here for that particular site. So now you see over here, if I show it to you, at my tenant level, the permissions are different. Okay, I have set the most permissive permissions, like we can share it with anyone. Okay,
yeah.
now if I navigate to the site, you see the sharing settings for this particular site is not set to anyone. Okay,
Okay,
it's
it's to only
only
people in your
only people
organization.
in your organization. So the users who has access to this particular site, they can only share it with the users who are in the organization.
Yeah.
Okay, they cannot share it with guest users, they cannot share it with anyone. Okay, they can just only share it with the people in the organization. So I can change it from here, like if we want to change it with anyone or new and existing guests or existing guests only. So with whom we can make the changes from here. Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
So how does it make sense? Like if I'm giving the whole
Mm-hmm.
site as a top level
Hmm.
permission, and for one site I'm restricting only
Uh,
people in organization. So
uh.
how does it differs?
So it differs like so let's take an example this way. I have my
Yeah.
tenant, okay,
Hmm.
and I have 10 users in on my tenant.
Okay.
Okay, A, B, C, D, E. Let's take an example of 5 users. I have A, B, C, D, E, 5 users. So
Hmm.
on this particular site, I have restricted the external sharing. The users will not be
Um,
able to share it with the external users. Okay.
yes, this one. Okay.
Yeah. So if this option has been set, only people in your organization. So if user
Yeah.
A wants to share any file with the external user or any user like A, B, C, D, E, any
Yeah.
user,
Yeah.
if they want to share any file or a folder or a site, even the site with the external user, they won't be able to share it. It will
It's
not give
outside
them
of my domain.
outside
Yeah.
of your domains. It will not give you the option to share it with the outside of your domain. Okay.
Yeah.
It will only give you
No,
the option.
that's not my question. My question is like, okay, if you are giving site a permission, let's say no external sharing allowed,
Hmm.
and for when you go to the sharing access, yeah, external, no,
I'll
the,
show it to you. I'll show it to you.
yeah,
It
yeah,
will clear your doubt. So if I go to documents, and now the permission level has been set to only people in your organization. Okay. I
yeah,
haven't
that's
made,
done.
yeah.
No, my
So,
question is like under that sharing, not
yeah.
this one. When you go to SharePoint admin,
Yeah, I'll show it to you. Just give me 1 minute, please. So if you see, if you click on settings, these options are coming up, but it will not work. Only people you choose, it will work. These options will get grayed out. Okay. Yeah, for which you were talking about.
under sharing,
Okay, under sharing, yeah.
no, no, not this one. The whole SharePoint admin under sharing.
Tenant level sharing you were talking
Yeah,
about.
tenant
Yeah,
level sharing.
yes.
So here I'm giving the permission like anyone can share the folders, something users can share the files and folders using links that don't require sign in. So here are we restricting anywhere that only people in the organization should share the files like that? No, right?
No, we are not making the changes at tenant level. We are making the changes at site level. So suppose I have 10 sites And on one
Yeah.
side, I
So
want,
that's my question. Like when we have the highest permission in tenant level, but we are
yeah,
restricting only some users at site level.
hmm, we are not
So
restricting the users at site level. We are restricting the sharing settings at site
yeah,
level.
sharing settings at site level. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Abhishek, his
Oh, okay.
question is like tenant
Yeah.
versus site, which takes precedence? That's his question.
If,
In
see,
the site, in the tenant level,
precedence,
yeah,
precedence will take the tenant level, but we can make changes at the site level. So if we are making the changes at site level, the site level permissions will take, the sharing settings will take precedence.
yep. I think that's the question, right, Sai?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah,
Okay. Got it. Yeah. Keep going, bro.
yeah. So default sharing link type, which we discussed previously, like what will be the default option, right? Okay. So if I want to set only people in an organization, I can make
Mhm.
that. Okay. And if I want that anyone with the link can share. See, you see advanced settings for anyone links is grayed out.
Yeah, I agree. Okay.
Yeah. Why it is grayed out? Any
So
idea?
because we have already chosen specific people only in the
Yes, because we have chosen this
okay,
option. Only people in
only in
your
our organization.
organizations. If I'll
Yeah.
select anyone, you will see it will get highlighted, right?
Yeah.
Okay. At if anyone is selected, right, we can limit the sharing over here by domain as well. Okay. If we add the domain over here, those we can only share with those particular domains. And like, see, you see the expiration of guest access, like how much after how much days these will the links will get expired. We did it over
Yeah.
here as well at
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
tenant
Yes. Got
level
it.
also, right? So
Yeah.
if there are changes at tenant level, right, if we have make some changes at the tenant level, and for some particular some sites we want that the tenant level settings won't take precedence. Okay, I want my
Yeah.
own settings at my site. Okay, on the individual site I want some restrictions, so we can make changes from here, right,
Okay. Got it.
according to our requirement. Okay,
Yeah.
these links will never expire, these links will expire in these many days. So at tenant, suppose if tenant level I have set it to 60 days, but over here I made it for 30 days. So for this particular site the link will get expire after 30 days, so we have to
So what
reshare.
if like so is this like so if I set this for 30 days
Hmm.
and you shared this site to me,
Yeah,
so after 30 days I lose my connection with the SharePoint.
yes, you won't be able to access the site.
So my OneDrive stops. I won't able to access completely.
Yes,
So
see,
let's
but
say I have synced this folder on my device.
yeah,
So it will disappear after 30 days.
no, the folder will be there, but
Yeah.
you won't be able to access, you won't be able to make changes, you won't be able to edit the files on that particular site. If you will make some
So
changes, it will give you the error. The access will get lost for you.
okay, lost, but still the sync gonna be there.
It will display, but you will not be able to make changes to those files.
Okay. Okay. The
Yeah.
user can't able to
If
change it. Okay.
yes, yes. If the changes were made, those changes will not get synced to that particular site.
Okay.
Right,
Got
because you
it.
have downloaded, you have accessed those files, and when you open up the file gets downloaded. It saves a copy on your local machine. So you will be able to access the file, but if you will make some changes to those files, it will only reflect to you. It will not reflect to the other users who has access to that particular site.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. All right. So I hope this part is clear for now.
Yeah. Good.
Great. Okay. All right. So now we'll move to the permissions part. So what all permissions we have? So we'll navigate to the site permissions, advanced permission settings. So if we talk about permission levels, we have 5 default permission levels, which is full control, design, edit, contribute, and read, right? By
Abhishek,
the
could you please show again how exactly you use this page? I missed
Yeah,
that
how
part.
we can able to go to this page?
yeah, so we'll go to, I'll show it to you again.
So SharePoint Admin Center.
No, hold on. Let me just make changes to the URL. So this is my site.
Mhm.
Mhm.
What happened? So I'll go to the gear icon.
Mhm.
There are different ways to navigate to that particular page. Even we can go to the site permissions and then advanced
Mhm.
permission settings, or we can navigate from here, site contents, site settings, and site permissions.
So it so permission levels under.
Yes. So this is the URL where we can directly navigate. So we have this URL. After this, after our site name, site test, we can add this particular thing. So it will navigate directly to this uh, particular page.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So we'll click on permission level. So these are default permissions which got created when we create a site. Okay, these are the default permission levels. Full control. Full control means like who the user who has full control. They can do anything with that particular site. They can add, remove users. They can do anything, right? The admin part I'm talking about for that particular
Mhm.
site. Okay. If you talk about design, they can only view, add, update, and delete and customize some of the documents. Like they can add whatever they want to do if we have these permissions. If we talk about
Yeah.
edit permission, so description is there in front of the edit permission. Like they can add, edit, delete. They can view, add, update, and delete list items and documents. In design
Yeah.
permission, they can't edit or update the list item and documents. Okay.
Yeah.
Contribute, with contribute, they can view, add, update, and delete list items and documents.
Mhm.
With read, the users who has the read permission, they can only view the
View the
documents.
documents.
They
Yeah.
can't make any changes. They can't edit the file. They can't update the file. Okay. Now, if we want to make some changes to these permission levels, right? If we want that the users won't be able to delete the file, so we can create our custom permission levels from here. So like we can click on add a permission level, and according to the requirement, we can create the permission levels from here. Like what permissions we want to give, we can manage it from here. Okay. So it will create
Okay.
a
So
custom permission
if
levels according to the requirement.
okay, if you want to create a user like with like they can have the full control except deletion, we can control there.
Yes, correct. So we'll click on add a permission level, and from there we can create the permission for this particular site. So these changes will apply at the site level. These changes won't apply at the tenant level. Okay.
No, okay, yeah. So we are doing this at site level, right?
At a
This
site
is
level, yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Abhishek, what is a list?
Sorry, Siddharth.
What is a list?
List is
Mhm.
basically in like we create Excel files, right?
Mhm.
So basically list is that particular type of format where we can create the items in the list. Document is where we can store our documents like Word, Excel file, Word file, Excel files, PDF files, the
Can you show both examples
images.
on
Yes,
the latest
I
slide?
will, I will. So like on the list, we cannot store our documents. we can create the items on the list. So this is a document where I can
Mhm.
store my documents, folders, right?
Yep.
Word, any document I can store it. We can store
Mm-hmm.
the MPV4 files as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'll go to the site contents and if I'll create a list, so you see, you can only add items over here.
Okay, do that.
If there is any attachment,
Mm-hmm.
you can add the attachment.
Mm-hmm.
You can't store the documents under the list.
But if I'm doing an attachment, that document will be there, right? As an attachment.
Yes, the document will be there. So suppose I'll attach.
So if I'm attaching the document as an attachment, that means I'm storing the document as well here.
No, that is the different thing. But you can't view the documents like we can see the documents in the library level.
Mm-hmm.
It will just
So,
add as an attachment only.
mhm.
It
So
won't
what's the
store.
benefit of this? Like, why do we use test list instead of having the documents? It's very easy in the documents folder. You just create a folder, put
Hmm.
files there.
Like
So
I
what's the
said,
purpose of list?
yeah, list is basically like in the Excel file format.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the test list, I will show you the example for the list in the next class, like how we
Sure,
can
sure,
utilize the list,
sure.
right? I'll
Sure.
create some text formats. I'll create some
Mm-hmm.
format for this, and
Mm-hmm.
I will show it to you in the next class.
Sure. So the only question is, which I think Sai would also like to know, that if we can create an Excel file and we can upload it directly in the documents folder, then why would one want to maintain this list here instead of just
Yeah,
creating an
test
Excel
list.
file?
Yeah, yeah. I'll show you with an example how we can utilize the list.
Sure,
Okay, I'll create some test samples on it, and
sure,
I will show it to you in the next class. Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it. And one more thing, like what other things can we able to like what other
Mm-hmm.
operations we can do on the site? Like it says home, documents, pages, personal
Mm-hmm.
DL is like directly we have
It is a
created there.
document library we created.
Yeah,
Yes.
document library we have created. I remember that one. And site contents is like it's just the it shows the contents of the site, right?
Site contents. Yes. Just give me 1 minute. I'm getting a call.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
Abhishek.
Abhishek, we
Mhm.
can hear you.
Yes, yes, yes. Sorry, Sai, I got a call. Yeah, what was your
No, no, it's
question?
okay. No, no, like in addition to this pages list and these things, we can be
Mm-hmm.
able to create anything else other than this, like. So what about these events?
See, event is basically a calendar. If you want to sync our Outlook calendar, if you want this calendar to be synced to our Outlook, we can create
Sorry, what?
the
Outlook.
yeah, we can create the events over here. So basically, these are the calendars. We can create the events in our SharePoint site. Like if you want to create the birthdays, if you want to create any party event as a reminder, we can set it over here and it will notify us according to that.
Okay, so it is similar to a calendar
Similar to
for a
the
site.
calendar. Yes, correct.
Okay. So if you add something, the reminders will go to all the members.
Yes, correct. You can connect this calendar to your Outlook as well. If I click on connect to Outlook, it will connect my this calendar to my Outlook. My Outlook is not configured, so it won't work.
Okay.
If you have any site, if you have any uh, tenant on your end, you can try that.
No, no, it's okay. I don't have any calendars to particular sites. That's okay.
So basically, if we have created the events on our SharePoint site, right? And like we have created the events, so we can connect our calendar to our Outlook as well. And
Okay.
we can export it to the Excel as well. If there are any events, if you want to export it, we can export it to the Excel file as well.
Hmm. Okay,
So
got it.
like for the same way, we can manage the permissions for our calendar. So you click on list settings. So for this particular event, we can manage the permissions for this particular list as well. So we'll go to the permission for this list and it will show us like what all permissions, what all users we have over here and who has this, who has the permissions on our SharePoint site or the or to this particular calendar. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Okay, just give me one more minute. I have stopped my sharing.
Yeah.
So regarding this, any doubts till now, Sai?
No, so far good.
Yeah, if you have any doubts, you can let me know. I can clear your doubts.
No, no, it's okay. Yeah, you can continue.
Sorry, I lost you, Sai.
No, no, you can continue, Abhishek. I don't have any doubts so far.
Okay, okay, all right. If you have any doubts, you can clear your doubts. Okay,
Yeah.
now I will. I was. Are you aware about the PowerShell commands for Shep?
Uh, no,
Have you
no.
used? Okay. So we'll
Abhishek, before you start PowerShell, just a quick thing. Could you please also explain how do we recover files if deleted accidentally? Files, sites, documents from site level and OneDrive level both.
yeah,
Accidental deletion, how can we recover it, and what's the duration for that recovery? That part.
yeah. Okay, I will. Let me share my screen.
Yeah.
Yes, I hope you can see my screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so suppose if the files get deleted, we can recover it from there, from the recycle bin. So we
Let's delete
have,
something first.
yeah, let me delete it. I'll delete
The
these
whole
two.
site you have deleted, right?
No,
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 he's
no.
deleting
I'm
folders right
deleting
now.
the folders
Yeah. I
from the
think we have
particular
recycled
site.
bin there.
Yeah, so suppose I have deleted these two folders and I want to restore it. So I'll navigate to site contents. I'll find my recycle bin over here at the right hand side. I can find the documents over here. Okay. And the time period for the recycle bin in SharePoint and OneDrive is 93 days. Okay, suppose if the files has been deleted and the user
Mhm.
is not aware about. So let's say after a month, they came to know that the files were deleted, that the file was missing and they were not able to locate the file. Okay, so the admin, the owner, who is the owner of the site, who is the admin of the site, they can restore it from the second stage recycle bin. So there are two stages of recycle bin. First is the normal recycle bin and the other one is second stage recycle bin. So this will be visible only to the admins, not to the users. Okay. So suppose if a file,
Okay.
yeah, so suppose if a file has been deleted, okay, and the users can't find it under the recycle bin. Okay. So what you can do is you can navigate to the second stage recycle bin and you will find the files over here. So
But I couldn't able to find the second stage recycle bin from my view, though I am admin.
maybe you are not the owner of that site.
So only owner of the site
Yes,
can see.
yes,
Okay, cool. I'm not
yeah,
the owner, yeah. I'm
yes,
just the admin.
yeah. So, the who is the owner? Like I said, like who is the owner? They can navigate to that particular second stage recycle bin page, and from there you can recover the files. Okay. The same goes with the OneDrive as well. So if I
So
navigate,
if I delete from this recycle bin in the second stage recycle bin, how many days does it stay? Same 90 days?
no, the time period for both the stages of recycle bin is 93 days. Okay. Uh, the time limit the time frame is not set like how for how long it will stay in the first stage recycle bin and for how long it will stay in the second stage recycle bin. So suppose if the file has been deleted, right, and it is there in the recycle bin on this particular date, the file has been deleted, right?
Mhm.
So once the time period will get over from the first stage recycle bin, the file will move to the second stage recycle bin. It will not permanently delete the file. It will move the file to the second stage recycle bin.
Okay.
Okay. So total if 93 days has been crossed, right, the file will get deleted from the second stage recycle bin also. It is total including first and second stage recycle bin. It's not for the second stage recycle bin only, right?
Okay. So both
Abhishek,
combined 93 days.
Both, yes, both has a time limit of 93 days, not more than that.
just a quick question. On the
Yes, Siddha.
first level, like you deleted the file from your folder, in the first
Hmm.
level, it remained there for 93 days. After 93 days, will it get deleted permanently from the first stage itself, or first it will move to second stage?
No. After a certain period of time, it will move to the second stage recycle bin.
How much time? How many days?
It's not set. So I have noticed it for the 30 days.
Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah.
And
just a
then,
second. I'm getting call. 1 minute,
Yeah.
sorry.
okay, okay, fine. And remaining 63 days will be in the second stage.
Second stage, yes.
Okay.
So including both the stages of recycle bin, it is 93 days.
Okay. And after 63 days, means total of 93 days, it will get deleted permanently.
Yes.
Okay. And if that site is in hold, then from second stage, it will go to preservation library, preservation hold
Preservation.
run. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And that we can recover using the content search, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So preservation whole library, we have a URL for that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, so he was telling, Abhishek told that after 30 days, it will move from like first stage to second stage, and after 63 days, it will get deleted from the second stage library as well.
Oh,
And
okay.
let's say if you have set up a hold on that site, hold is done through the compliance portal, which I will cover in the next class. I'll show you. Please make a note of
Mhm.
it. Once if a site is in hold, then there's something called preservation hold library. From second stage bin, that file will move to preservation hold. And how can we recover it from there? That's Abhishek is going to show right now.
Okay.
So Abhishek, you're saying like content search is one way, other way is the way which you're showing right now through GUI or something.
I yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. So basically, this is the URL. Let me copy this.
Sai, please keep a note of whatever I'm saying that I'll show you after Abhishek is done. So let's finish
Yeah.
SharePoint classes
So
first,
yeah,
and then I will cover the compliance or security or the other part after that. Okay?
yeah.
Just give me 1 minute. I'm just creating the
Sure.
URL. Yeah. So the preservation whole library URL is this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I won't be able to access it, let me try it for you because I do not have the hold on my site. So it will not work for me.
So how can we able to create hold for a site?
Through
Yeah, that
compliance portal.
through compliance portal.
Okay, okay. Sorry, I said like okay.
Yeah, so if I'll access it, it will give me the error 404 not found because I do not have any hold on my site. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, that is the reason it is giving me 404 not found error. If I
okay,
have the hold on my site, it will access the page and from there I can recover those files.
Do you have access to like compliance portal in your tenant, Abhishek?
Yes,
Okay, let's show him very quickly. It's a test end, right?
yes, this
So you
is
must be the
my,
global admin of this in that case.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So earlier it used to call compliance portal. Now it's called Microsoft Purview.
Purview, yes.
Okay, sir?
yeah. Good.
Solutions. Solutions.
Solutions, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
Then no, up. Uh, Life cycle management, fifth option. Then policies, retention policies, new retention policy.
so from here we can create the retention policy sign.
Okay. So there you can see all sites as well.
No, no, no. It will apply hold to the site.
Next. So no, next, nothing here. Nothing here, just click cancel. Next. Next. Here. If you scroll, if you see here, go back because you chose adaptive. So there are two ways assign. One is adaptive. It's like condition. You set a condition and it will automatically apply hold whatever site, whatever user account meets that condition. But if you do static,
So adaptive is basically like it will by default select all the locations. Either it is mailbox, it is a SharePoint site, or either it is a OneDrive site. Sorry, just getting a call.
sure.
Yeah. So we
Sai,
can
I'll be
able to
back in two
manage
minutes.
sites in Purview as well, right?
Not, no, you're not managing the site. You're only putting the hold on that site. So
Oh,
by
okay.
default, one is called static, one is called adaptive. Adaptive means you are telling the conditions that this conditions is met by whatever object, maybe site user, that will be under that hold. It's like dynamic condition. And there is static. Static means you are telling that, okay, I want to cover this site under the hold. So either you can choose the entire SharePoint site, you can choose all the mailboxes in your tenant, or if you want to choose specific, you can do that as well. Or if you want to choose everything except few, you want to exclude something, you can do that as well. So three options. Either you choose everything, for example, SharePoint, I want to cover all the sites in my SharePoint and the hold. You choose everything.
Yeah.
Second is you turn off the everything button, and then you choose the site specifically. I want to put hold on these sites only, or only on these mailboxes. Third option, you put everything on hold, SharePoint, Exchange, everything. You turn on that button which says everything, all sites, all mailboxes, and then there's an option to exclude. For example, you don't want to put two sites in the hold, except those two sites. You want to do everything under hold. So do all, turn on that button, then under exclusion, put those two sites. So those two sites will not be there in the hold. So I'll be
Okay.
back in 2 minutes. In the meanwhile, Abhishek will show you. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Sorry. Yes, Siddharth.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I was saying is, so basically, if we choose adaptive, it will apply to the all uh, technologies like either it is a Teams, either it is a mailbox, either it is a SharePoint site. Uh, like you see, it is all the options are grayed out. I cannot make any changes to these if it is
Yeah.
adaptive. Correct me, Siddharth, if I'm wrong, right? And if it is static, I can make changes according to the requirement, according to my requirement, where we want to apply these hold, these policies,
Okay.
where it will be applicable. So by default, it is selected Exchange Mailbox, SharePoint Classic and Communication Sites, OneDrive and Microsoft 365 group mailboxes and sites. So if I turn it off, if I want it to be applied on my SharePoint only, SharePoint and OneDrive, I can do that. If I want only OneDrive sites, I can do that as well, right? I can exclude the users. If I click on, I can add the users over here, right? I can search for the user and I can add these users over here,
Mhm.
right? So these will apply to the all OneDrive sites. SharePoint sites are not included in this if I select only OneDrive. If I select SharePoint
So
and
here is a backup of my all users OneDrive.
no, this is not the backup. It will apply hold to the SharePoint sites or the OneDrive sites or to the mailboxes. Like if the data got deleted, like I showed you the URL for the preservation hold library, right?
Yeah.
I do not have access to it. That is the reason because the hold is not applied on this particular site,
Okay.
right? On my tenant, I don't have any hold. Okay. If there is hold, I can access my site, I can have access to this preservation hold library. It won't give me 404 not found error.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are we creating any hold for any other site
Yeah, if you want, we can go ahead. It will at least take 24 hours to get
to
propagated.
reflect the change? Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we can just apply it and leave it like we can see tomorrow.
Yeah, we can. So SharePoint in Classic. I can select what I like for how long I want to retain the items. So suppose I can give the custom date and time as well, like retain items for a specific period, right? So let's say I have selected 2 years, right? When and like since start the retention period based on for what conditions you want, like when items were created or when items were last modified. So there are two conditions which will meet our criteria. So like if we want the hold to be applied on those items when they were created or when they were last modified, right? So
Mhm.
suppose I selected like when the items were created, what I want, delete items automatically or do nothing. So at the end of retention period, when this policy will get will came to end, so after 2 years, what you want to do with those items? You want to delete those items automatically, or you want to do nothing for those, right?
Okay.
So this is a retain items for a specific period. Next is retain items forever. If I want, I don't
Mhm.
want these items to be deleted, right? So if I select this option, retain items forever, so the items will be there on my site. Those items will won't get deleted.
Deleted. Okay.
Yeah. The third option is only delete items when they reach a certain age. So suppose delete items older than, I can select any like 5, 7, 10, or I can choose
Mhm.
my
Okay.
custom time, like if item reaches to the 3 years of age or whatever it is. So after that
Mhm.
particular period, all those items will get deleted. and like the
Okay.
condition, the same condition when items were created or last modified. So these are the two
Yeah.
conditions which where we can apply the hold. So suppose I have created this retain items for a specific period, 2 years, right? I have selected like at the end of retention period, delete items automatically. So once this will complete, after 2 years, all those items will get deleted.
Delete. Okay.
Yeah, I'll click on next. My policy has been created. So you see
So
it,
Sai,
it is
so
giving me
Yeah.
the notification at the bottom. Like items that are currently older than 2 years will be deleted after you turn on this policy. So suppose if I have any items on my site which are more than 2 years old, those items will get deleted permanent automatically. As soon
All
as
your
this
SharePoint
policy,
sites.
yes, all my SharePoint site
Okay.
as soon as I turn on this policy. Okay. So this is especially important to note for locations scoped to all sources, example all team chat, because all the matching items in those locations across your organization will be permanently deleted. Right. So I can review the policy over here. What it does is, so it will take you see it will take up a week to apply this policy to the locations you selected. Right. It depends
Okay.
upon the size and to the number of items. Like I do not have much data on my SharePoint tenant, so I don't think it will take. But like the maximum time period is up to a week. It takes up to a week
Okay.
to apply the changes to the SharePoint sites. Okay, because we are
Yeah.
applying
Gotcha.
to the all sites, right? So policy name is this is my policy name which I gave initially when I was creating it. Description is locations to apply the policy, SharePoint classic and communication sites. What is the settings, the retention settings I have done? It is written items for 2 years based on when they were created. So it will apply
Yeah.
on the items when the items were created. Okay. And at the
Yeah.
end of this policy, when this policy is going to be expire, it will delete all those items automatically.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Mm-hmm.
click submit. So the policy has been creating. It is submitting. It will take some time. Yes,
Okay.
Siddharth, you were saying something.
yeah, science. So basically, just to summarize in three sentences, there are three.
Mm-hmm.
These first of all, these are called org-wide retention policies. Remember, org-wide because you are creating it for all the mailboxes, all the sites. You have that option. Now, let's say you are
Okay.
creating it for all the sites in the organization. You have three options there. First option, retain plus delete means retain the items for these many years or these many months. Any user would not be able to delete any file permanently before that period expires. For example, as Abhishek told you earlier, let's say a user deleted a file today. That file went
Yeah.
to first stage recycle bin. That user deleted that file from first stage recycle bin as well. That went to second stage recycle bin. After 93
Yeah.
days, that second stage recycle bin will also delete that item permanently. However, let's say
Mm-hmm.
you have a hold policy that's say for 2 years. Then after 93 days, that item will move from second stage recycle bin to preservation hold where it will complete rest of his life, which is 2 years. And once that 2 years will expire, that item will become 2 years old because your policy says retain it for 2 years and delete after that. So after 2 years, that item will be deleted.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now that's
Yeah.
the first thing. Second thing, let's say you did not delete anything from your main document library. You just left it as it is, but because your policy says that you have to retain for 2 years and delete after that, so that item will complete his life for 2 years in that main document folder. But because 2 years have passed, then your policy will delete it from your main folder as well, even if it was not moved to recycle bin.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah.
The second part was to retain. First part was to retain plus delete. Second was only to retain. That means that that item will be retained forever. Yeah, in the first part all as well, there was retain and delete, and there was retain plus do nothing. So instead of delete, you choose do nothing. That means
Yes.
your items will be retained for 2 years, no matter if you delete it from anywhere. However, if you choose do nothing, items will remain there if they are in your document library. But let's say if
Mm-hmm.
those items were deleted from your document library and those were
Yeah.
moved either from first stage or second stage, those items will be deleted only after 2 years Why? Because those are in recycle bin. Recycle bin deletion period was 93 days. But those will not be deleted permanently until 2 years. After 2 years will be completed, those will be deleted after that as well. Even if you have chosen do nothing. But let's say your those items are in your folder in your document library itself. Nobody deleted them. Then those will not be deleted because you chose what? Do nothing after 2 years. But it will make sure that no user is able to delete it before 2 years. After 2 years
Okay.
complete, then it will do nothing. I will
So
explain
where
more
can I
tomorrow
able
as
to
well.
see all those files?
If it was deleted by the user, then it will be found in preservation whole library. If that was not deleted by the user, then it will be found in the documents itself, in the document folder.
Okay. So in the retention, like in the preservative folder, where,
Preservation
oh,
hold.
I think, okay. That has different page or where we can see that.
That is what
That
Abhishek wanted to
was
show you, the URL
I
which he copied.
the URL. See,
I
this
think
is
he said
this.
like, yeah, it takes time.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it will take time. Once it is applied, I'll try to delete some of the files and see if it goes to the preservation whole library and if we can see that the files are there in the preservation whole library or not. Because as of now, the policy, the hold was not applied to the site, and that is the
Yeah.
reason I was not able to access this particular site, the preservation whole library. Okay.
It's okay. That's all. Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
third option was to delete. So if you do not want to hold anything, you just want to delete everything. For example, you are like your users in your organization keep all the data from, let's say, 7 years old, 10 years old. They don't want to delete it, but it's consuming
Mhm.
space in your SharePoint. As an admin, you can create that policy that any item which is older than 7 years, any item which is older than 5 years, delete it. So you are
Okay.
managing the space by creating the third option, wherein you are not retaining, you're not holding anything, you are simply deleting it.
Okay.
Any question on this?
No, got it. It's good.
Okay. So it's already 4:17. Abhishek, should we continue tomorrow?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is
we
fine,
can continue
Siddharth.
tomorrow. Yeah,
So
that's
tomorrow,
all.
please
Yeah.
show us how do we connect to SharePoint via PowerShell, and what are the basic
Yes,
commands which we do, like searching, deleting the files, or maybe like checking the age or the size, like whatever basic things you do in
right,
SharePoint.
right,
Right?
right.
We will cover that, and OneDrive as well. We can cover tomorrow. And
Sure.
Abhishek, I remember one more thing. I remember like there was certain things, like for example, if you're in your OneDrive or if you're in your SharePoint, you can have these many characters only in the path. If you exceed that, you will not be able to create that,
Sync that file. Yes, yes,
sync that
yes.
file. Yes, or maybe not able to create that file. It's only with sync or creation. I don't remember, but yes, there's certain limit. Can you please
There is
explain
a
that as well? Yeah, very
yes,
quickly.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. So,
So, Sai, it's about when you go to
Mhm.
OneDrive, let's say you have your root folder in OneDrive, okay?
Yeah.
In that folder, you keep creating hierarchy. Let's say you create folder one, inside that you
Yeah,
create
folder
folder
one inside
two,
documents. Yeah.
then you
Yes.
create folder under that you create folder three. You keep creating
Yeah.
hierarchy, like folder and under
Yeah.
another folder, right? If
Yeah.
you keep going to that folder, you will see the URL at the top, like
Yeah.
you
Yes.
were in
Yeah.
the main side, then folder one arrow, folder two arrow, folder three arrow, like this. Okay,
Yeah.
so every space in your name of that path, the URL path, that is counted as a character, space, special characters,
Okay.
letters, numbers, whatever you are writing in that path. There's a limit
Mm-hmm.
that you how many numbers, how many characters you can have in that path. After beyond that limit, you will face problems while syncing, or like Abhishek will explain. Abhishek, please continue from there.
yes. So, online we can create a file up to 400 characters. If
Okay.
we are creating a file on the SharePoint online or a OneDrive online, the limit is 400 characters. Okay. And
Okay.
if we are syncing that particular file using the OneDrive sync client to our local machine, the file won't get synced. It will give you the error message, the file path, to check the file path. So the limit to sync the file at our local machine is 256 characters, not more than that.
What is
Okay. If it is
256?
online,
Sorry.
it's 400. To sync, it's 256.
256. The local machine, suppose we have synced a file, okay,
Hmm.
and the file path is exceeding its limit. It,
Mm-hmm.
it is 400 characters. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
you won't be able to sync that file. It will give you the error message to you
Yes.
need to reduce the file up to 256 characters.
Sorry, I'm
Okay.
still getting confused. What is 400? What is 256?
400 is for online in the SharePoint Online and OneDrive Online.
Uh-huh.
If you are creating a file on the SharePoint or a OneDrive,
Mm-hmm.
like you are following the hierarchy, like we are creating
Mm-hmm.
multiple folders under one folder.
Mm-hmm.
So this character limit I'm talking about
You're saying 400, that how much in depth I can go on the online. When I
online,
sync it to my on my device, that will be
it is
256.
256. Yes.
Okay, okay. So for example, say see the top, the URL
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
m365x5140 mysharepoint.com slash my question mark.
Yeah.
No, no, no,
Then
no, no, no. So that you're
no,
confused. No,
uh-huh.
I'm not talking about for this particular path. Yeah, it
Then
will include this path as well.
mm-hmm,
But the path which it will
mm-hmm,
include till your OneDrive, your OneDrive URL, then
mm-hmm.
the
Folder.
file name, the folder name. So suppose we have a folder. Let me show it to you. Let
Go to a folder and then show.
Yeah. So the path for this particular folder is, if I'll go to details and I'll scroll it down, I'll copy the path from here.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So this is the character count.
Yep, that is what I was reading. So
Yeah.
starting from the starting,
Yes.
HTTPS will
Yes.
count there or not?
Yes. Yes. It will count
Okay.
everything.
So HTTPS and space and everything. For example, you see document slash one, right sign? Let's say after
Yeah.
one, Abhishek create one more folder inside one. Give it some lengthy name, like mention like today's test, today's space test space class. One more folder. Today space test, today folder test class. Yeah. Create limit. Yeah. And then create a test file inside it. Choose Word file. Now,
Yeah. So if I'll
if you,
copy the path
yeah,
for
copy the
this,
path exactly.
I'll go to details. Sorry. So this is the path for my file.
So this
Okay.
path,
So it
see from
includes all this. Yeah.
HTTPS till last .docx, every character has is a count, including space as well. So for example, he has mentioned like folder for character limit. So you see the space got converted to percentile. That is
Yeah.
also a
Percent
character.
percent 20.
Yeah, percent 20. There is
Mhm.
also character. So
Yeah.
this total length cannot exceed 400
400.
in when you are
Yeah.
creating a document in cloud, and when you're syncing to your on machine, then it cannot
It'll
exceed
be
250.
256.
So
Yeah.
Abhishek, let's say if the entire path exceeds 400, what error I will see? Well, I'll try to create a file there.
I haven't seen that such scenario like where we have